Well, it's about midnight here on election evening. And thank you for anybody who's still up, paying attention or trying to pay attention to what's going on election night. Did not go well for us, but we kind of knew that it wouldn't go well for us. It looks like the odds of us getting enough write-in votes here today, are non-existent. If we're lucky, if you count some of the blank votes that may be write-ins and other write-ins, and the way it looks now, it looks like if we're lucky, we might get 50,000, and I doubt we'll get even anywhere near that. But that's maybe, we'll see. We'll probably do a FOIA request, and we'll see what we'll get. So, but we're not going to be able to make our 2%. Not going to work this time. We tried our best, and for those of you who supported me through a lot of tough times and who stood there for me, I appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you who did that. I'll be making some phone calls coming up here in the next coming days for certain people who really were there behind me, and I appreciate that completely. For those of you who were, for those of you who walked away from me, well, maybe you wish you didn't. For those of you who did, we might have been able to make some more stuff happen if that happened. But you know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? We keep moving on. We keep the fight. Sadly, I think you can see that what I did say was about true. Yet again, it looks like, I mean, we don't know yet. Looks like Hochul's going to win by someplace like 5 to 10 points. Like I said, that's what it looks like, maybe a bit more. I had a feeling, and that's what I said, because the thing that people don't realize is I actually cross this state. I actually meet people, so I kind of knew. So this is short, a very short video, just to let you know I hear you. Thank you for all the work that you guys did. I really appreciate it. Thank you for those of you who stood behind me. For those of you who went out of your way and, you know, did things like drive, did things like write everything in, I really appreciate all the work you guys did. We're not done yet. I don't know what the right answer is yet, right? I don't know what the answer is yet. I think we'll see what that answer is. For those of you who are, you know, yelling about Republicans, I did warn you. I'm just saying, this state is absolutely deep blue and still will be deep blue for a while. It will go gold before it will go red. Hopefully one day we'll figure this one out. That is what I'm hoping that it's going to happen. And people think that, oh yeah, well, what are you happy that Hochul won? Of course not. Why in the world would I be happy that Hochul won? Of course not. It's not what I wanted. She's a terrible governor. But we had a feeling this was going to happen, because that's what usually happens. That's how it usually works in this state. This state is insanely crazy blue, as I told you. It was. So there's a little bit of I told you so, I guess, but it's not a good I told you so. It's a damn it, I wish I was wrong. But I wasn't. So look, we have to figure out what happens and what we can do next. We'll start talking. I'll be making some phone calls to some of you directly and to some of you through the text or something else coming up in the next week or two. We'll start figuring out what our next steps are. I hope it's not for so many of us to move, right? I mean, I know many of us are going to be moving. Many of us are unhappy with what happened. I do. I know many of us are. I'm hoping that's not the answer for so many of us. So we'll see what happens. Michael, I love you back, brother. I do. I love you back. Rihanna does a great job. Not that great. I take responsibility for the errors that I made. I made some errors. I did some guessing. I did some hoping, and it wasn't what I wanted. So it was what it was. So Andrew says, how many votes do you get? We don't know yet. I'm going to guess it's somewhere between, we'll find out. We're going to do a FOIA request to see, you know, if they will actually count the write-ins for me. But my guess is it's going to end up somewhere between, say, 10 and 30,000 is my guess. But we'll see. I don't know what that number is. We'll see what it is. So, yeah. Phil says, thank you for running, Larry. We rebuild stronger. You know, I hope we learn, Phil, and I hope we do better, right? I hope we learn and we do better. That's what I want to do. Michelle, I would never walk away. I know you would, Michelle. I know that. Absolutely. I know that. There will only be 4 parties on the line that are all just the same parties that they always are. So sorry, man, I couldn't make a living in New York. I know people leave, man. I'm not mad at you for it. I'm disappointed that you leave. I am. I'm disappointed, but I'm not mad. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You got a family. You got bills to pay. I get it, right? I mean, that's really what it is. That's what we're gonna have to do. So, yeah. Tubbs, thank you, my brother. You're still a bit of a hero for me. I appreciate it. Well, you know what I keep trying to show, right? And I think we see this finally. We're not quitting. We just keep pushing on to the best of our ability. We keep pushing on to the best of our ability. We just have to. So, yes, David says, I'm glad I walked away, saw your true colors, and they were solid blue. You're completely full of shit, David. You're just feeling copium. You're feeling bad because you lost. I get it. I feel bad too. But the difference is I'm not striking out at you. You should look in the mirror and what you're doing. I'm not striking out the people who turned on me. I'm not. You are. You're mad. If you think my colors are blue, you colorblind, my friend. Change your glasses. So anyway, so yeah. Space Jam says NPCs came out in full force. Yes, that's what I keep telling people. You heard me say it. The state wasn't turning red. There were a bunch of pissed off Democrats, right? Pissed off Democrats. Some of them will get mad for one cycle and vote Republican. Some of them go back to blue anyway, but most of them just stay blue. So yes, they just stay blue. It is, but we can change it if we can. We're going to have to work on it, right? We're going to have to. It looks like Pennsylvania also went blue. Yes, not surprised though, guys. Not surprised. Patrick, the best and brightest on shop. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. We keep trying. We just look. We got to keep going. Caleb says, "Sorry to hear that. Wish you the best in the future." We got to figure out what that future is, and I think we will. So, anyway, guys, I will. There will be some wins tonight. I'm going to be on WABC radio tonight at 2:00, talking about details of races and such. I hope I'll see you then. We'll be back in action tomorrow and this week, and we'll keep working on it. Guys, have a great night. It's not over yet. Well, this election is, but the fight isn't.